Good morning, welcome to Exotics Racing. I have Gaston behind the wheel of the Nissan GTR. This is a 530 horsepower V6 twin turbo all-wheel drive car. Gaston, are you ready to start your experience today?
Yes.
Well, welcome to Exotics. I want to go over a few things with you. First of all, have hands on the steering wheel, 3 and 9 position at all times when we're out on the track. To upshift the car will be on your right hand side, 2 fingers back and release, that is an upshift. And for a downshift, 2 fingers back and release, that is a downshift. We will only be shifting the car when we are under acceleration, upshifting the car on a straightaway. We won't be doing any shifting in the corners. Okay? No upshifting in the corner, no downshifting in the corner. Upshifts will be on acceleration, downshifts will be under braking.
Okay.
Okay? With your hands on the 3 and 9 position, your eyes looking forward at all times, constantly monitoring, scanning the track, and constantly looking ahead and looking forward where you want to go. Speaking of looking where you want to go, as we approach the turn, if we're coming to a left-hand turn, I want you to turn your head, find your apex, and look through the corner.
Okay.
Okay? If you're looking straight ahead, we tend to go straight ahead. So on the turns, we want to look through the turn, find your apex early, find your exit early, and what happens is your hands follow your eyes. So when you look left, you turn left. Perfect.
Okay.
When you look right, you turn right. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Acceleration. It's a 530 horsepower car, so we got to be nice and smooth on the accelerator. After when we're in the middle of the turn, from our apex to our exit, that's when we unwind the steering wheel, and that's when we also pick up the throttle.
Okay.
So from the apex to the exit, we unwind, smooth on the throttle. When we reach the outer side of the track at our exit, that's when we go full throttle down the straightaway.
Okay.
We'll grab an upshift in there, full throttle all the way down to the red cone. Red cone's our braking cone.
Yes.
At the red cone, we lift off the accelerator, we apply the brake, smooth, firm brake, in a straight line, all the way to the green cone. When we reach the green cone, lift off the brake and we balance the car into the turn. We're not accelerating and we're not braking. We're balancing it into the apex. At the apex is when you pick up the throttle again.
Okay.
Okay? You're also going to get some visuals from me. I'm going to give you signals with my hand. I'm going to be putting my hand in your face. I might touch you here, I might touch you here, and I might push down on here till you accelerate.
Okay.
Okay? To get you to go. Give you a couple of visual references.
Okay, perfect.
Also, the mirrors are set up for me. Don't worry about what's going on behind you. Don't even check. That's my job. If there's a faster car behind us, I'm going to let them know they can come around us by turning on the flashers. I'm going to take us out of the racing line, let that car by, bring us back on in, you're free to go.
Great.
Nothing says we can't go catch them. If they pass us and you want to go catch them, let's get within 100 feet of them. Let them know we mean business. When I see those flashers come on again, I'm going to tell you to accelerate and go either to the outside or to the inside on my command. Okay? Once we're past, we're underway again and we're going full speed. Also, this is your experience. This is a racetrack. We have no speed limits. You may drive the car as fast as you would like. However, if you start to make some mistakes, I'm going to let you know what your mistakes are, correct them, let you know what you did wrong, and then we proceed forward from there.
Okay.
All right? Remember, red and white paint on the track is okay. You can come in tight to your apexes and clip the red and white paint. The solid red paint is out of bounds. If the wheels of the car go in that red paint, I got to bring you in.
Okay. Let me show me that one.
We'll see it when we go out there. So, does all that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay, you ready to start?
Yes.
All right, let's do this. So, with your foot on the brake, let's go ahead and put this in gear. Gear selector all the way back. And 1 click to your right. Steering wheel, 1 turn to the right. And you proceed right on out through the green barriers, nice and slow for me. You're good?
Yes.
You're good to go. Yeah, the clutch does all the work for you.
No, I'm used to the automatic that you leave the brake and start moving.
Yeah. Yep.
But
yeah.
not in this one.
No, not in these cars. I know what you're talking about. Through the green barriers to the blue cones, make a complete stop for me. This is Gaston, and we are doing 5 laps in these blue cones, make a complete stop. Oh, we are doing 7 laps in the GTR today. All right, let's wait here. Let's wait and see what this drift car is going to do. I want to give you some clean open track. Get you up to speed.
That's really cool.
That is Evans. He is a top-notch, world-class driver. Okay, you're free to go on out. Stay to the right-hand side and just do one quick upshift for me. Beautiful. Okay, this is turn one. We'll be coming into our turn one here. We'll be balancing into the apex. Bring it on tight in there. And tight to all the way to your next cone and start to accelerate. Find your apex, looking through two, find your exit and start to unwind and start to go up. Full throttle, full throttle. Full throttle, stay to your right a little bit. And start to brake a little bit. You can go all the way to the red cone before you start your braking. One downshift for me. Beautiful. Bring it in tight to your apex. And start to accelerate. This is where we unwind to the exit. We start to accelerate and now we brake all the way to the green cone. And we bring it into turn four. Tight to your apex. Now pick up your throttle and unwind to your exit. Now full throttle all the way to those orange cones. Full throttle. And start to brake. Set yourself up for 5. Tight into the apex. I want you to use all the track. Okay.
Okay.
You're turned in a little too quick. Okay. Full acceleration to the next cones. And give me one downshift. Okay. Tight into your apex and then unwind towards your exit. Pick up the throttle here. Unwind it out. Okay, set yourself up for 8. Now start to find your apex. Bring it in tight. Now turn your head and find your apex 8. Look at that. Beautiful. Your hands followed your eyes. That was nice. Now, and exit and pick up the throttle. Now full throttle to those cones. Full throttle. Don't shift. And start to brake. And balance it in. Turn it in. Balance. No brake.
No
there
brake.
You go. And start to pick up the throttle. Start looking through turn 2. Pick up your apex. And go full throttle. Full throttle. Don't lift. Don't shift yet. Full throttle. Now shift. Yeah. Full throttle. Okay, and brake. And balance it in. Balance now. Balance in. Now pick up the throttle again right here. Throttle all the way to the green cone. And start to brake. Hold your line. A little bit too early of a turn in. We'll correct it on the next lap, okay? Unwind to your exit. Now full throttle all the way to those orange cones. Go back to the left a little. There you go. Full throttle. Okay, now start to brake. Hold your line. Now set yourself up. There you go. That's the way you turn it in. Be patient on the turning. Full throttle to the next set of cones. And set yourself up for 7. Beautiful. Into 7. Unwind to the outside.
Yes. Here.
So we start to brake. One downshift. Tight into the apex. There you go. Now get your eyes focused on 8. Nice and tight into the apex. Now unwind it for me. Full throttle. To the outside, to the right. Full throttle. Don't lift. Now brake. Beautiful. There you go. Nice and tight into 1. Good job. Now pick up that throttle again. Set yourself up for 2. Now roll on that throttle for me. Roll it on.
Yes.
Full throttle.
Yeah.
Full throttle. Full throttle. Don't lift. Upshift. Full throttle. And start to brake. One downshift. Beautiful. Tight into the apex. Now pick up that throttle and unwind to the outside. Beautiful. And on the brakes, patient going in. Now turn it in. There you go. That's the way you go through that corner. Full throttle. Full throttle all the way to the cones. Full throttle. Don't shift. Now brake. Set yourself up. Patient. Now turn it in. There you go. That's the way. You're getting faster. That's the way. Now full throttle to those cones. There you go. And start to brake. Set yourself up for 7. Release the brakes. There you go. Pick up the throttle. And brake a little harder. Now set yourself up for 8. Tight into 8. Find your apex. Look at that. Beautiful. Now find your exit. Now roll on that throttle. Full throttle. Stay to your right a little bit. There you go. And on the brakes. Hard. Now balance it in. Off the brake. Balance it in. There you go. Now pick up the throttle here. Pick up the throttle. Roll on that throttle. Start looking through. Full throttle. Full throttle. There you go. Full throttle. There you go. Now upshift. Full throttle all the way to that cone. There you go. Now brake. One downshift. Balance it in. Balance. There you go. That's a balance. Now pick up the throttle here. Unwind out. Now patient going into 4. Brake. Patient. Now turn it in. There you go. Use a little bit more of that outside line, okay? See how much track we're missing?
Yes.
Okay, full throttle. Full throttle, don't lift. Now we lift and we brake. Going into 5, balance it. off the brake. There you go. Now full throttle those cones. Full throttle, there you go. And brake, balance it in. Unwind out, pick up that throttle. There you go. There you go. Beautiful.
Here.
Now set yourself up for 8. Let's get you going a little bit faster this time.
Yes, please.
Okay, unwind, start to pick up that throttle. Now full throttle, all the way to those cones. Stay to your right a little bit, full throttle, don't lift. And brake, and 1 downshift. Beautiful, tight in, balance, there you go. Use more of that track, use your outside line more. Now pick up that throttle, and upshift. There you go, full throttle.
Yeah!
And upshift. Full throttle, all the way to those orange cones. Now start to brake, 1 downshift. Beautiful. Balance it in. There you go. Now pick up the throttle at the cone. Unwind it to the outside. And patient going into 4. Now turn it in. There you go. Nice job. Unwind to your exit. Use all the track. Use all the track. Now bring it back. Full throttle. There you go. And start to brake. Patient going in. Patient into 5. Pick up that throttle, full throttle here, full throttle, all the way to those cones, full throttle. And start to brake, bring it into 7, balance, unwind out, picking up that throttle. There you go. And start to brake, 1 downshift, into 8, here we go. Find it, find your apex, beautiful, good job. Now pick up that throttle, full throttle, 1 upshift. And brake, 1 downshift. Tight into 1, bring it in tight to that apex and hold your line. There you go. Now start to roll on the throttle. 1 upshift for me. Now full throttle. Full throttle all the way to those cones. And on the brakes, we're going to go to the inside. You are clear to go to the inside. Stay nice and clear, nice and tight to your apex. There you go. You are clear, and unwind to the outside. And on the brakes, wait patient. Now turn it in. There you go. That's how you run that line, buddy. Just like that.
Great.
Okay, 1 downshift and full throttle. Full throttle all the way to those cones. And on the brake, a patient going in. Now turn it in. Balance it in. Pick up the throttle. Full throttle here. Full throttle all the way to the cones. There you go. And start to brake. Set yourself up for 7. Balance. Unwind out. Now pick up that throttle. Full throttle to those orange cones. There you go. Now we brake. That's the way you do it. Good job. Tight into your apex. Now find your exit. Find your exit and hammer that throttle. Go for it. Full throttle all the way to those cones. Use more of the track. And brake. There you go. All the way tight. Now turn it in. There you go. Use all of that track. Use it all. Now roll on that throttle. Pick up that throttle. Full throttle through here. Full throttle. You got it. Stay with it. Full Full throttle. Upshift. Full throttle. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Now brake. 1 downshift. Tight into the apex. Balance it in. You got it, buddy. Now patient going into 4 here. Use all the track. Use all the track. Patient. Now turn it in. There you go. Unwind. Outside. There you go. Full throttle. All the way to the orange cones.
I think this is the best lap.
Full throttle. Don't lift. Now we brake. Patient going into 5. Balance it in. Throw it in there. It'll do it. Full throttle. Full throttle to those cones. That's the way you do it. Set yourself up. Now pick up the throttle again. Full throttle. Full throttle to those orange cones. Full throttle. Now we brake. Beautiful. Tight going in. Find your 8. There you go. Look at that. Now find your exit. Now hammer that throttle. Full throttle. All the way towards the exit. Use all the track. Full throttle. And brake. Patient going in. 1 downshift. Nice. Nice and tight. Bring it in there to 1. Pick up that throttle. Full. And 1 upshift. 1 upshift. Full throttle. There you go. Use all the track. Full throttle. Don't lift. All the way to the cones. Keep going. There we go. Now we brake. Downshift. Balance in. Beautiful. Unwind out. Pick up that throttle. Full throttle to those cones. Now we brake hard. Turn it in. Nice. Now unwind out. Use all the track. Full throttle here. Full throttle all the way to those cones. There you go. Now we lift. We brake. Set yourself up. Throw it in there. Balance it in. Now pick up that throttle. Full throttle. Full throttle. Yeah. That's the way you do it. Brake. Same thing. Balance in. Now full throttle all the way to those cones. Beautiful. And brake hard. All right. Nice and tight into 7 or 8. Find your 8. Now find your exit.
Yes.
Now full throttle. All the way to those orange cones. Use more of the track. And brake. Patient. Now turn it in. There you go. Now roll on that throttle. Use all the track. Tight into 2. Now full throttle. Unwind out. Full throttle. Use all the track. See how it sets you up?
Yes.
Upshift. Brake. One downshift. Balance going in. Nice. Throw it in there. It'll take it. It'll take it. Throw it in there.
Okay.
Now patient going into 4. Tight into apex. Now pick up that throttle. There you go. Use all the track. You got it. Full throttle all the way to the orange cones. And brake. And into 5. Throw it in there. Now pick up that throttle here. Full throttle all the way to the cones. Full throttle. Yeah. And there you go. Back in. Nice and tight. Full throttle all the way to the orange cones. Full throttle. Full throttle. Now we brake. Okay. We're going in this time. Going in. Through the blue cones. Perfect.
Great.
Woo! That's the way you kept that Corvette off your back, buddy. He couldn't catch you.
Really?
Yeah, good job.
Great.
I saw him coming. Yeah, good job. Through the orange cones here.
Here?
Yep,
Oh.
right through here. Yeah. And park it on the right side of the Audi.
Okay.
Yeah, between the cones where we found it there. Good job.
Yeah.
Austin, you rocked it. To the red cones, make a complete stop. Straight, keep going, stop. Steering wheel to the left, in park. Dude,
Great.
nice.
Thank you, man.
Nice
This was
job.
Unbelievable.
What'd you think?
Unbelievable. Yes, I really like this car.
Good, good.
Really like it.
I like it too.
It's when you turn that it wants to go over.
Yeah, that's what I told you about. It has
Yes.
a little bit of that understeer, but it's okay.
But it's excellent. The tail doesn't go. It's all
It catches.
Yes.
It hooks up,
Yes.
doesn't it?
unbelievable.
Dude, nice
Really
job.
thank you.
You did a great job.
Really, thanks.
Unbelievable.